A small architecture firm with 15 active projects spends about 6 hours every billing cycle on manual data entry. We are going to compress that exact workflow down to 30 seconds. We will connect the QuickBooks API to Claude AI to extract raw financial data, calculate phase budget variances, and automatically draw signature-ready billing documents. An API is a set of protocols that allows different software applications to securely communicate with each other. Unlike businesses that rely on straightforward hourly rates, architecture firms structure their fees around overlapping project phases, like schematic design, design development, and construction documents. Each phase carries its own allocated budget and timeline. Historically, an office manager pulls time tracking reports, calculates total hours against those specific phase budgets, and manually applies markup percentages to pass-through costs like MEP or structural engineering invoices. MEP stands for Mechanical, Electrical, and Plumbing Engineering. All this data is then copied into standard payment applications. If a single transcription error occurs in the cumulative math, the client's payment processing stops, delaying cash flow for weeks. Those payment applications follow strict formats established by the American Institute of Architects. Institutional and commercial clients require these specific forms, known as the G702 and G703, to authorize payment. These forms require precise accounting for retainage. In construction, a client typically withholds 10% of the invoice amount from every payment until the entire project reaches completion. This chart shows a project budget filling up over time. Notice the separated segments at the top. Because retainage relies on cumulative totals, a mathematical mistake in month 3 corrupts calculations for months 4, 5, and 6. Over multiple years, thousands are stored away in this separate held funds bucket. Losing track of these withholdings means leaving earned money behind. Tracking this data correctly ensures the firm receives its full contract value and provides the early warning system needed to catch silent scope creep before it impacts profit margins. Before writing any Python code, we must organize the QuickBooks environment. The API can only extract data that is categorized correctly. We set up the overarching client as the parent customer node and each building as a child job node. Treating every project as a completely separate customer makes the API struggle. This nested approach isolates financial data to the exact phase we are auditing. Next, we generate OAuth 2.0 credentials through the Intuit developer portal. OAuth 2.0 is an industry-standard protocol that allows secure token-based authorization. This provides a specific client ID and client secret, granting our Python script temporary access to the accounting software. We instruct the language model to act as a senior architectural financial analyst, ensuring the unformatted code is translated into a structured, professional memo. The prompt requires Claude to calculate the effective labor billing rate for the period, check the variance against the phase budget, and measure the ratio of consultant costs against internal architectural labor. The language model operates as an active auditor, identifying financial risks and phase overruns before any documents are sent for approval. We will now execute the main reconciliation script on an active project, targeting the design development phase for the month of January. The moment we run the command, the script authenticates with QuickBooks and extracts dozens of time entries and vendor bills in fractions of a second. Claude immediately processes the totals. It identifies that the firm has consumed exactly 28.3% of the $30,000 phase budget. The system also outputs a red flag alert. It identifies that the $22,000 in engineering consultant invoices is significantly higher than internal labor costs, resulting in a ratio that falls outside typical firm benchmarks. Because the script surfaces these anomalies instantly, the principal architect can investigate the high consultant spend and decide if they need to initiate a scope review with the client before approving the final invoice. Simultaneously, the script completes its final task, generating the required billing documents directly into our local folder. Using the Report Lab library, the script draws the required grids and applies the exact typography necessary to meet the layout requirements of the AIA formats. Report Lab is an open-source Python engine dedicated to programmatically generating PDF documents. On this generated form, the script accurately accounts for retainage. It correctly applied the 10% withholding rule against the current period, holding back $3,700.20. This workflow replaces 4 hours of manual data extraction and verification with an automated sequence that completes in under 30 seconds. Shifting the reconciliation burden to the API and Claude ensures invoices go out on time, capturing all billable work and giving architecture teams dozens of hours back to focus on design.